question I ask is, how many more people can die? Or how many more people must die like this before we actually do the things that must be done?
Johnny's Bite.
I will tell you what will happen in the next few days. The police will go to the family. He will be offered a posthumous rank. And then, like Major Maxwell Mahama, like all the others who have died like that, Matago will go back to rest. Where are the body cameras we promised the people? Vice President Dr. Baumia, who is also chairman of the Police Council, and Professor Enin said it right, said they are disappointing Ghanaians because now they are just there looking at promotions and all of that. Where are the body cameras? Were we not told that policemen would stop guarding cash from banks if the banks do not procure bullion vans by the 30th of June of 2021? It's been 2 years. Where are the bullion vans? As far back as 1999, we had a whole commission of inquiry that sat and said that no, we must have a way to look at how to phase out the police from these guard duties and then integrate the private security and all of that. So if you are contracting a private security service to guard people's monies, they must come with the requisite equipment. Where are the body cameras? Dr. Baumia promised the people body cameras. Where are they? And you see, the police must be called out on this particular one. He said the banks unable to meet the IGP's deadline for the use of armored bullion vans. We will stop guarding your cash. I remember that when the Adenekpo incident happened, we said that, oh, what we were going to do was that we would have two armed policemen on every occasion. How many men were in that van?
Johnny's Bite.
That makeshift bullion van. How many men were in there? How many people were in there? Was he wearing a bulletproof vest? We said we're going to provide all of them bulletproof vests, and that nobody was going out there to provide such services if they didn't have a bulletproof vest. Where are the bulletproof vests for him? The man who died in broad daylight was shot. His family has been killed, and I'll tell you what will happen. I will repeat it. He will be giving a posthumous rank. We will go there and go and mourn. We will make big speeches. Finito, like Major Maxwell Mahama, like all the others. We promised that we're going to give them body cameras. Where are they? Now, you could clearly tell how the whole scenario happened. Was it an inside job? Was it an outside job? Was it to kill the young man? Was it to take out some of the cash? What intel did they have? And the police must be called out because you see, since IGP Dampari took over, he has centralized all the communication for police. And if I had my way controlling all the media, I would have blacklisted the police. Because we are not supposed to be a conduit for reading press releases and attending press conferences organized and skewed towards a certain direction. We are journalists, we are intelligent, we are smart. We will have to ask the questions on the minds of the people, and they have to be answered. Now, is the IGP suggesting to us that by telling all the communication people who have been hired and giving police uniforms across the regions, by asking them not to talk to the press, he's doing the service any good? Is that how to try and promote a TV station of the police? So you issue statements. If I had my own way, I would blacklist the police. Security provision and those providing the service and those receiving the service must have a certain synchronized or symbiotic relationship. They must have a certain symbiotic relationship. That symbiotic relationship seems not to exist. Today, police is in a sense not providing, medical checkup. Your core duty is it to provide medical checkup at by-election places. Proceeding says you have failed, Ghanaians. The Police Council, led by Vice President Baumia, today the police is in a synod providing free medical care. You can say they are giving the people some intervention. But then the key conversation is that if you're giving the people some intervention, which is not your core duty, what happens to your core duty? How are you protecting your men?
Johnny's Bite.
IGP Opombonu told us that it is only in heaven that there's no crime. The police leadership should forget that they are not policing people in heaven. They are policing people on earth.
Johnny's Bite.
When the police incident happened, the MTTD incident happened around Kaswa, where 2 MTTD officers were chased and shot. We were told that they will be giving body cam. Body cam. Where are our body cams? So providing the police vehicles and a chopper alone doesn't solve. How the individuals who will man those things, where are they? And why is the Bank of Ghana still allowing banks to run around this country with cash in makeshift pickup vehicles in the name of bullion vans? The glass, the glass around the vehicles, they are not bulletproof. If you had a proper bullion van, then people will be protected. Another life has been lost. So I ask, how many more lives must we lose? No action, talk only, NATO. That's what we are doing. No action, talk only. I said in the coming days, they'll go there, they'll promise the dead a new rank. They'll go there, they'll commiserate with the family. They'll go there, they'll make big speeches and go, and if he's married, go and see the widow and all. Finish. We're just becoming too irresponsible in this country. And you see, the IGP and the police management board and the police council must learn something from this. We have a lot of police visibility these days, and I commended the police for that. You see the motorbikes all around the place. But still this happened. The question is, why? That particular place, I'm told there are a lot of motorbikers around those places. Where did they all suddenly go? Intelligence, strategic communication, not to centralize everything and refuse to answer questions and be dictating the conversation. Play the IGP's video from play.
Where I would say they more or less have everything. They still have crime. The only place that doesn't have crime is heaven, and we are not in heaven.
Wow, look. Wow, look. This is the thinking. This is the thinking. So the only place that doesn't have crime is heaven, and so the basic necessaries that the police will require. That's the former IGP, the man who Mr. Dr. Dampare took over from. And I said when he took over, whenever these murders have happened, we have had one promise after the other. Bullion vans, we gave them a deadline. I said 30th. I put up a Facebook post on that one. 30th of June. Surprisingly, we are in June. 30th of June is not so far. Tomorrow is 24th. 30th is not so far. That would be the 2-year anniversary. 2 clear years after that deadline. What has happened? Who is holding the banks? And why does the Bank of Ghana still put cash into pickup vans and call it bullion van? We were told that 2 police officers going forward will guard cash. How many was the guy? Was he 2 or was he 1? We were told that all of them will have helmets, will have bulletproof vest, will have body cam. Did he have all of that? And who ticked the box for him to go out there on unprotected like that? Who did? Heads must roll. You see, in this country, because heads do not roll, people are comfortable doing their stuff. Over 6,000 people failed their licensure exam. Minister of Education sitting pretty. GS Director General sitting pretty. All the district directors are sitting pretty. All the principals of the colleges of education are sitting pretty. Everybody is sitting pretty because they know nothing will happen and nobody will lose their jobs. Same thing with the police. So people will be kebabbed, as they call it in that. People will keep being killed. And they will go and give them posthumous ranks. And they will go and commiserate. And they will go and come and make big speeches. And then matter continues. The basic things. Surprisingly, our leaders, they travel out of the country. They see what international standards are. I'm not saying we can get to the standard of America, but I'm saying that put yourself in the shoe of this individual and their family and tell me how giving them a posthumous rank will wipe away their pain. Tell me how a posthumous rank will right the wrongs. Tell me how a posthumous rank will change the mindset that we need proper bullion vans. Tell me how. The police council has just become a promotion channel. That's what Prof. Senin said. When it's time for promotion, then they meet. What happened to policy? What happened to policy direction? What happened to it? What happened to reforms? Good morning.
Johnny's Bite.